I could probably say any trail rider's biggest pet peeve would be dudes showing up to the spot and either just not watering the trails in general or walking right past the locals and not even acknowledging anyone. Like, you know, you don't show up to someone's backyard ramp and not say what up. So that's two things you definitely don't want to do when you go to trails. You want to make sure you acknowledge and greet the locals, and even if the jump's already watered, you know, at least offer to throw some buckets, or, you know, even haul some water up the hill, because that's an ongoing mission. I mean, we're always pulling buckets out of our creek here, so, you know, that's at least we expect from you know, visitors. It's just, you know, we don't necessarily require anyone to dig or pick up a shovel. We just appreciate everyone who, you know, takes the time to throw a bucket of water. Anything you're gonna ride, you know, should be watered, especially berms and rollers, because that stuff all starts to crumble the second it's ridden dry. And, you know, it's nothing worse than showing up to your trails that have been sessioned all morning and no one threw a single bucket of water. Trail etiquette is, if you do blow anything up, at least offer to patch it. Most of the time the locals have their own way about doing things and aren't really gonna want you to, but it's a thought that counts. And then, you know, if you are gonna ride a particular set of trails more than a few times, maybe it's good to bring down some tools for the guys. You know, whether it be a push broom, a new shovel, even some buckets, you know, that kind of stuff is always appreciated. And we're stoked because we're usually dealing with scraps, so anything we can get is always awesome. And then, you know, same in the case of just an extra hand. It's always cool. It's a trip when people actually offer to help. It's kind of a rarity. You don't get that too much. You know, make sure you pick up your trash, because a lot of people think they can just chuck their water bottle into the trees, and just because they don't have to see it, they don't have to deal with it anymore. Yeah, I mean, for the most part, if you're gonna go to trails, just check with the locals, make sure, you know, everything's cool with them. Don't just assume you can show up and shoot photos and videos either, because, you know, a lot of times they're real protective, because we spend hours down here digging, and a company or brand will show up and just expect to completely exploit our hard work, and, you know, just at the end of the day leave all the locals with nothing. So, you know, that kind of stuff's not cool. You're starting to see, I think, that change a little bit. More companies are starting to recognize that and kind of give back to the trail scene, so it's good to see.